Hi. So, uh, I remember the first time I felt this way was back in primary school. I think I was in class one or two. And then our textbook had this white kid with a red shirt, a red like official shirt, and a black trousers. And I looked at it and I'm like, I would look so good in this if I was white. And yeah, that question lingered in my mind. I'm like, white people just look better in these clothes and all that kind of stuff. So I really wished I was white. I was very disappointed that I couldn't be white. I had at that time there were things like in the media about skin bleaching and all that, and I really thought about it like as a 7 or 8 year old. I was like, I would do the skin bleaching just to be white. They look so appealing to me, and yeah, so that was my feeling as a child. I felt like my black skin wasn't beautiful or handsome in the way it is, and the white skin was more superior and more attractive in a conventional sense. So then I was exposed to even more from the newspapers and all that. I remember looking at these the children of sumo wrestlers, like these big kids who are like 55 kg when they're like 5 years old. And to me, they looked very appealing at that time. I would say I was a bit chubby at that time. So I always considered chubby or like most traditional people consider chubby to be good looking, like in African sense, not outside. So I felt good about how I looked, but then I looked at these kids and I'm like, I wish I was that chubby. Like they looked very cute in their chubby cheeks and chubby hands and legs and all that. And they were only 5 years old. I think at that time I was like 30 kg and they're like 55. I felt like this was a competition. So that was another standard that I went through, and I was like, yeah, I was like, yeah, I wish I was like that. Then I was exposed to more outside influences, and I was conscious about my hair, how the African hair as it is, the hardness of it, and how it just curls and everything. And I looked at white people and their hair. It's straight and just looks very appealing. I started hating on my hair and how it looks and how it feels. I wished I had that hair that white people have. And yeah, obviously that was not possible, so I felt disappointed and frustrated by that. Then I got exposed to uh, this community of people who go to the gym. There are no gyms in my village, so I didn't know anyone who worked out. So there was this another body standard. I started becoming conscious of how big my shoulders were, or how V-shaped my upper body is faced, the size of my pecs, the size of my biceps and my triceps. I started being concerned about that and all that. My calves, my body, my walking style. I started being conscious of that too. Then I started being conscious of my face too. My face is rounded in a bit, and the beauty standard, like the Western beauty standards that I came across, or like they want chiseled cheeks, like well defined facial features that are sharp and like contrasty and all that. So I didn't have that. I felt my self esteem was low because of that. Then was my hairline, as like my hairline is kind of back. That was also something that the the community I came across was really into. So all those things made me hate myself. I questioned my eyes. I wanted them to be bigger. I wanted my lips to be smaller. I wanted my teeth to be whiter. I wanted a full beard that covered my face. I wanted a big mustache. I wanted a smaller forehead, a smaller nose. I wanted to walk in a certain manner. I I just there were so many things that I saw wrong with me. Like I started from feeling just okay about myself to feeling like I'm like the ugliest person in this world. Like there was nothing I was finding appealing about me. My hands were not as big as I wanted to be. My nails couldn't grow as long. My hair didn't grow as long. I can leave my hair for like 1 year without shaving it, and it's gonna be like just a couple inches long. I wanted that long afro, like the African like Nene Afro. Since I couldn't get the white hair, I can't grow an Afro even if I tried, and my hair just falls. Even when I comb it, after now it just ties back and looks like it's uncombed. Then when I shave my head, like there's a time I'll shave my head and my beard and everything, and someone just told me, "Yeah, you're very courageous for choosing to shave bald." I was like, I understand what you mean now. I know that it's not a compliment that I'm brave to shave. It means the shape of my head is not okay. It's protruding and all that. My back, I was new of that. It doesn't look so masculine and strong and all that kind of stuff. So there was everything wrong with it. My tongue wasn't as red as I wanted it to be, and my toes were not as I wanted to be, the shape and all that. There was a lot, and these beauty standards keep changing. Then there was a time when I found a group of people that found being thin being cool. So it was a thing. It's still a thing in some areas, like tall, slender, and all that. So that was another standard that I came across. As I said, like I had always been a chubby kid. So I found a group of people who believe like being chubby is ugly and unhealthy actually, and not working out is something. I grew up in a community where the only workout is going to the farm and carrying water from the river, and maybe cutting down trees and carrying them and all that. So that was a bit disturbing at that time. So I came across so many standards, and I tried to look. I was trying to find one positive thing about me. I even as a man, I didn't think this was a big deal, but as a man, I saw someone who is very conscious about the size of their butts. I thought that was a female thing, but apparently it's a male thing too. Apparently it's attractive. It's I don't know whether big or flat. I don't know whether I didn't investigate much. But I started also becoming self-conscious about that too. I felt sometimes it was too big, so it was raising attention and all that. That was supposed to be a female thing, so I kind of wore baggy trousers and all that kind of stuff. Then my chest is not well formed, like someone who goes to the gym or something like that. There's a shape like slightly curving and going down. I don't have any abs or anything like that, so that was also then there was also the shape of the navel hole, the shape of it. There are some people where it protrudes, there's some people where it's bigger, it's deeper. So I was concerned about how that looked. So there was nothing to be proud of. Maybe this is body dysmorphia. I have seen pictures of people who I think are very good looking, and they also think that they are ugly. Even people who go to the gym all the time. I've seen all that. Like when I look at them, I'm like, you have the perfect shape and body, and if you feel like how much more should I feel? So I think I appreciated home much more. So and my parents or my relatives have never really complimented me on my looks or anything. So I don't know what they think of it. Maybe it's positive or negative. I have never had that conversation with them. So the only people I could rely on for validation were friends and strangers. So some of them complimented my looks, and I didn't believe it. Like I've been complimented several times by several different people, and when it comes from a stranger, it's supposed to make me feel. When it comes from a friend, you may think they're just trying to make you feel good. But when it comes from a stranger, it's something else. But even when it comes from strangers, it's like, what are you seeing? My mind, I would be like, your standards must be very low if this is what you consider attractive. So it was about it was like a circle of self hatred for everything that's going on. Sometimes I look at myself, I'm like, you're judging yourself too harshly. But then the critical voice in my mind just comes back, and there's everything wrong with me, like everything wrong with me, and there is nothing much I can do about it. It has affected my relationships a lot because even when I find a girl who is beautiful or who I think is beautiful, because also the female beauty standards are very diverse, I don't feel like I have anything to offer. Like I'm currently ill, like suffering from schizophrenia and depression, diabetes, and all that. I'm not financially stable or anything. I'm in school, and that's also a rocky situation right now. So that makes me feel even uglier because as a man, if your looks cannot get you what you want, then status, like financial status, economically, or social status, just friendships and all that, those can really up your rating, even if you're not doing well physically. I don't have any of that. So I feel even more ugly as I assess my entire situation. Who wants a sick schizophrenic who is poor and has bad looks, and there's nothing to them? I used to be proud of my academic achievements because being smart kind of makes you look beautiful to some people. But even that was gone. I was getting Fs in school. Who wants that? What do I have to offer this world? So I researched a lot. There's a time I just wanted to just leave. I wanted to be a monk at that time. Just go into a secluded place and practice spirituality for my entire life, not worry about the society and its standards and getting into a relationship. Just live like a pope, like entire life, no wife, no children, and die that way. Or I would commit myself to serving God in any other capacity since I was done for. I always looked at other people. Like for some reason, I look at other people and I can always find something positive about how they look. But when I look at myself, I cannot find anything positive in that light. So I, I wouldn't say, like, looking at it carefully, like I wouldn't say I have nothing to show, but I can't pinpoint it. I can't pinpoint it. Like I cannot pinpoint myself as having something. Like I see people even with a bald head, and I'm like, it looks cool. Yeah, I know some people say that doesn't look good, but kind of looks good on you. The way the hair moves and all that kind of stuff. I'll find someone who is not like muscular at all, or who doesn't have all these features that are considered, and I will find it appealing. But when I look at myself, even when I look at how I'm walking, sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, what am I looking? This is not how I look in my head. I already look bad in my head, but looking at myself in the mirror, I look even worse. Like something completely disgusting and out of this world. It's yeah, it's a stressful feeling. And they say when you're good looking, life is easier. So I guess life will never be easy for me. Some people have told me I'm good looking, but uh, I I have to see it. Like if you're the hottest man on earth or the hottest woman on earth, and you don't see it, you'll just live in pain your entire life. Even if people keep complimenting you and you cannot internalize it and you cannot see it, it you'll always be distraught, and there's nothing much you can do about it. Self-esteem, they like you're the only one. Like I find people, like people who are not conventionally good looking, and they have so much confidence in themselves. Someone just stands and like, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, just like the Bible tells us, and some people believe it, and it's so attractive to see such a person. I'm like, I really envy your ability to ignore all the societal standards and of feelings of people about you, about how you should look. And they are right. There is no right way to look. Like, who defined these standards? Who said I should? Who said my hairline should be up to here, or my hair should grow into an afro, or it should be smooth and sailing and all that, or I should have pecs or abs and all that? So, yeah. That's my conundrum.